Hello, and welcome to Business Focus, produced by the Greater Reston Chamber of Commerce. My name is Angela Inzerillo of Impact Business Solutions, and I'm privileged to be your host as we highlight some of the great work our local businesses are doing. First up, we're going to learn all about the new BizMaker Grant Program by Inkspire and one of the board of directors, Casey Veatch. Definitely going to want to stick around for that and learn all about the mentorship opportunities as well as capital. Next up, we have Power Team JoAnne and Dave Adams with Coldwell Bank Realty, who is going to talk about all that they're doing in the community and the wonderful people that they serve. And last but certainly not least, Ms. Talmar Anderson, the boss lady herself with Boss Actions. Let's go meet them. So for my first guest, please welcome Principal and Grand Poobah of Veatch Commercial Real Estate, who's here today to talk with us about the BizMaker Grant Program, a very new, exciting program by Inkspire. So Mr. Casey, welcome.
Thank you. This is exciting. I like that you're at Town Center while we're doing this.
I know you love the background, right? It's starting to become fall here, so the flowers are, going a little bit of
beautiful.
Color. Thank you.
Love
I try. Well, thanks for being here. I know you're a busy man, so I really appreciate it. Hey, you've been involved with Inkspire like forever, and the chamber. So before we kind of get in the BizMaker program, which is a really exciting opportunity for Fairfax County businesses, how'd you get started with the chamber? How'd you get started with Inkspire?
Good. I don't even know how I got started with the chamber. It's been so long. I know the main reason was because Tracy White made me do the virtual year. So that's what I was there for the most time. But I've done Inkspire. I've done other programs. Of course, I'm part of Best of Reston, helping organize that at times. And so that's just kind of what I've always done with the chamber. They're great. I mean, always something going on there.
And for your business as well, right? So you joined as a business owner and then got involved?
Correct. Well, even before I was owning my own business, I was part of it. I was doing things there. I remember way back doing a membership drive. So yeah, the chamber's just been part of Reston for so long, and it's so important to businesses. And even though I can't be there all the time, I certainly will pick and choose. And there's always so many good choices to be a part of.
Well, you're so supportive. And obviously you've been active with the 501c3 part of the chamber, Inkspire. So at a high level, want to share what is Inkspire?
Well, Inkspire is great because it started as a nonprofit. I think you remember this. They used to have people who were leasing space, subleasing, because they had extra space.
Yep.
So they let small businesses come in that started. And then we have done things. Of course, we want to try to mentor young companies. We want to try to give them support in other ways. And what happened was one of the latest ones we did, we put together a little cohort, and we had 4 people donate their time that were really good trainers, one of them being Karen Cleveland. And we had that cohort, and they were small business owners, and we took them through a bunch of principles of business. They absolutely loved it. And so that's just one example of what Inkspire has done.
And those connections still remain. You call it a cohort, and they did. I think there was like a 12 or so businesses. So that was another great thing that Inkspire has continued. So this year, share a little bit more about what our vision is and specifically, the introduction of the BizMaker Grant Program.
Yes, absolutely. And one of the fortunate things for me, because most of what I do for a living, I represent small businesses and medium-sized businesses, kind of a wide range, helping them with their office space and warehouse space. Mm-hmm. So I'm exposed to a lot of different types of businesses. So I've always been happy to share my network and do other things for them. Well, it just so happened this past year, I'm on the Loudoun County EDA, and we did a program where we had people apply that had businesses, and we were going to do a little mini Shark Tank almost. If you will. We had this is the second year we've done it. I think we had 71 companies apply. We had to filter them down to 10. And then we did they did live presentations for us. And then we voted on the winners, and the winners got prize money. Well, of course, you and I being on the board of Inkspire, we thought, hey, that's pretty cool. Let's do something like that at the Reston Chamber. So we talked to Google, we talked to Leidos, talked to Microsoft, M&T Bank, Fairfax County EDA. They're all on board. And they're going to be And what's so exciting about this is not just the prize money, because of course that's always nice. Winner gets $15,000. Yep. We're hoping that the second two would get some type of prize money as well. Yep. But what's even also fun is that the groups are going to, anybody who presents or submits, they're going to be putting their presentations in front of lots of people who maybe have access to money or other resources that they're looking for. And specifically, if they win, I think the top 3 winners, I think, Angela, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think that they're going to be members of Inkspire for a year, free membership for a year, which will provide them access to the chamber resources with regard to mentorship, accounting, attorneys, real estate, whatever they have.
Exactly. And that's the key is what is it that these organizations need, and then custom serving based upon the mentorship and the free services of our members, who are.
That's exactly right.
And we have everyone's hand is raising, wanting to be a part of that pool of resources. So yeah, everyone's going to need something different, obviously, from the marketing, as we said, legal, accounting. So not only are we looking for applicants for this program, but also the mentor pool. So
that's exactly right. I think the applicants, the other thing they're going to get is when we do televise or whatever we want to call it, are their presentations, it's going to give them a wider range of exposure, not just to chamber people, but there's going to be other people who are going to tune in to watch these presentations. So somebody might like their idea. Who knows? A venture capitalist might be watching.
Yep, absolutely.
It's a private equity group, whatever. So it could be really interesting for them.
Yeah. And we have selected case managers for each of the winners as well. So they'll have a point person, yourself and I included, to help make those connections, right? It really helps keep them on track. So it's not, here's a bunch of money and here's some resources you can use. It's going to be a plan, and it's going to be well organized and constructed for their business. So I'm so excited. So this was
and by the way, I'm also excited that the application isn't that difficult.
I know.
So it's easy to apply. And just to be clear, we can, if you all, whoever's watching here, go onto the chamber website, and it's restonchamber.org/Inkspire, and you will find the application on there. You'll find some more details about it. It's just a really good opportunity for young companies in Fairfax County. I think that we've narrowed it to Fairfax County because
it is just Fairfax. Yep, it absolutely is. And we're getting the support of the EDA, as you mentioned, and our fabulous sponsors who will be noted here as well. But yeah, so restonchamber.org/Inkspire, or just inkspire.net will redirect you to the application as well as the details. So, Casey, thanks for being here and sharing this details about this great program. I'm so excited.
Thanks for allowing us to do this. We're so excited about this happening. I know you and I are excited to see these applicants. It's really fun to watch these companies present and see their passion about their business, and also how they're going to help impact. It's pretty cool the way they will impact either the community or business or whatever. It's really neat to see.
Well, I look forward to continually working with you on the Inkspire board and this program specifically. And so hopefully to see you in person sometime soon. I haven't seen you since COVID. So
exactly. We'll make that happen.
All right, good. Yeah, I need my my hug from Casey.
There you go.
All right. Well, as always, great to see you, and we'll see you soon.
You too, Angela. Thank you.
See ya. So please welcome my next guests, JoAnne and Dave Adams, realtors and top producers from Coldwell Banker Realty. JoAnne, Dave, welcome.
You're welcome, Angela. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you guys? You look awesome. I love your background. You look so good.
Oh, thank you.
It's an actual office. I know you're in the town center too, as am I, so we can wave to each other.
Hello there.
So listen, let's learn a little bit more about you guys and your background and why you chose to start your business. I always love to hear these stories.
Well, I started after college. I was in law enforcement up in Maine. And then after 3 years there, I got hired by the Secret Service and was an agent with the Secret Service 21 and a half years.
Man, that explains a lot.
Exactly. And then after I retired from the Secret, prior to retiring from the Secret Service, I got a phone call say I'd like to come over and help start up our Internal Affairs Division at INS headquarters. So I was in INS headquarters for 6.5 years, in charge of their Special Investigations Division. And then after 9/11, another Secret Service friend of mine called me up and said, hey, we just had the planes crash, and we'd like to have you be on the executive staff of the Federal Air Marshal Service. So I helped start that up. And then while I was working for the federal government, JoAnne actually had a real estate license, and I was driving her around, and people asked me questions like driving Miss Daisy, and I couldn't answer the questions because I didn't have my license.
Right.
So JoAnne said, "Why don't you get your license?" So I did, and then the rest is history. And but JoAnne had a very interesting career prior to real estate, and I'll let her take it from there.
Yeah.
And my background is in retail buying. I started at the Heck Company for
Oh
here
my
in
goodness.
DC.
Yes.
I know, I'm really going way back there. And then came up the coast and down the coast. We got married and we moved to Boston, and I worked for several different companies. Then I in Hills in Boston, and then down to New Jersey. We moved to New Jersey, Children's Place, and then I was called to help start Kids R Us, which was very exciting.
Yes, that's awesome.
Division of Toys R Us. And then I got a call from Ringling Brothers because they were going to start up a retail company. So I moved down here and started up a retail business with them. And unfortunately, it didn't last very long. They decided to pull the plug on it, but it was a real interesting job. And after that, a friend of mine said, I could use some help. I'm a realtor, and I got to use some help, and I helped her out a little bit. And then I said to myself, why am I doing this? Why don't I just get my license? So I got my license and went out on my own. And then Dave joined me, and now we've been doing it now for about 10 years.
There you go. Yeah, it seems like you guys work well together. I'm sure there's a good and bad days, like James and I always have. But
No,
Never.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's bliss 24/7. So let's talk a little bit more about your business. So what is the biggest challenge that you have with most of your clients? And you guys have been doing this for a long time. You've got great backgrounds like you just shared, and you work really well together. But I really want to understand how you uniquely help them, because you're doing a lot in the community. But yeah, what is the biggest challenges that most have with purchasing residential real estate?
Well, I think some of the challenges, especially right now with a limited inventory, is try to keep the clients focused. But one thing we like to do is we like to get them pre-approved for a loan, not just a pre-approval letter. We like to take it one step further to get them into underwriting. So that way everything is ready for them. And that way all we got to do is give an address. And then the lender, whoever we use, will call up the listing agent and talk about the great attributes about the client. And I guess we don't want to get them discouraged. I mean, we had a client come from Alabama, and it was culture shock. He thought he could get a nice 4-bedroom house here for $350,000. And after showing him 80 homes and 9 offers, we finally got him a place. And he was very appreciative. But I think that's one of the biggest thing is the culture shock coming.
That's a big challenge when they're moving from a smaller city or a different area, and they come here and see what the prices are. It's very difficult. So, but we work with them and hone in on what they really need, and that helps us to get them what they need.
And that's great. So pre-approval, so it moves it along faster. So that when they have, like you said, the address, they're ready to go.
Right. Yeah. And I think another thing that sort of sets us apart, we treat all the clients the same, regardless if it's a condo purchase or $1 million purchase, because we want to give them all the same professional service. And, we've also been known in to help clients move furniture, calls at 10 o'clock at night. Hey, I'm exhausted. Can you come and help us? And we like to go above and beyond. And that's what it's all about to us. It's not a job. It's helping people.
Absolutely. So who do you enjoy most working with?
Well, we definitely like to help I like to help veterans, but we also, I think what really inspires us are first-time home buyers, because we get to see the joy in their faces. And also, especially when their children are running around in the home, picking out their room already. And that just gives us so much joy. And matter of fact, because of all the clients we've had, we developed some great relationships. So we had one client that we actually got him a townhouse here in Reston, and then we brought over a little basket during Thanksgiving. They said, we have something for you. And I said, what is it? So it was a little wine and cheese, and there's an envelope in it. And they said to us, well, open it up when you get home. We got invited to the wedding.
Wow.
So it's like almost the clients, they're like family to us. That's how we like to treat them.
And you treat everybody, individually, of course, but like you said, whether they're buying their first house or a condo, or whether buying $1 million, that's awesome to hear. And you guys give back to the community as well. Share a little bit about some of those organizations. That's so important.
Well, we definitely like to give back to veterans, the homeless, and we love the communities where we live and work. And so we give back part of our commission check. Every commission check goes to like Homestretch, Cornerstones, St. Jude's Hospital. And it's just a way of giving back to to thank people and the veterans definitely for, what they've done to protect us. And so it's very important to us giving back to the community.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then you make some special relationships, but that's a good part of business and your business mission. So I love it. And so I loved hearing about all those organizations. So speaking of organizations and why you joined the chamber, and we joined within a couple of years of each other, but how long? You've been a member now for 10 years in your business and 10 years of the chamber. Is that right?
That's correct. That's correct. Yeah. Matter of fact, as soon as JoAnne got her license, we joined, and I remember we were dating ourselves, but I said, "What committee do we get on immediately?" And we got on the membership committee immediately when we were dating. And we've been on several committees and councils ever since. And we like to volunteer to help out. It's a way of giving back.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we all joined for business. That's one of the primary reasons, right? We talked about that networking and getting visibility, but giving back is really where the referrals start happening. And when people see you giving back, it's just, I feel like if you go into it with that mentality, you're just going to get that much more back. So that's awesome. Well, go ahead.
We found that we have done a lot of business with people that we've met through the chamber, and they've done business with us. Yeah. So it goes both ways. I mean, we've gotten referrals from them and we've been able to refer back. And then when we get business from people that we work with in the chamber, then we can refer them out to our own clients.
Right. Absolutely.
And that's a way of growing everybody's business.
Both businesses. Yeah, exactly. No, I love it. And that's another great reason to be a part of the chamber and also a part of the community. So, oh, wow. Great. It was great seeing you guys. And as always, I always say these interviews go by really quick. So just really quickly, what's the best way for those watching to learn more about you and to get in contact with you more specifically?
Well, the phone number is 703-963-4491. Of course, our website is JoAnneAdams.com. You also can find us on Google and the chamber directory too. Chamber website too. Right.
Awesome. And JoAnne with an E, right?
Yes.
JoAnne with an E. That's right.
JoAnne with an E.
All right, you fabulous couple. It was great to see you. Thank you for being on our show today. And I look forward to seeing you in person soon.
Thank you, Angela. Our pleasure.
Take care. So please welcome my next guest, the boss herself, Talmar Anderson, founder and CEO of Boss Actions. Yay! I love when you do that. That's so awesome. Is that like your signature thing?
Yeah. Yes. I was like,
there's a story. I can tell. Don't ask it though.
No, my dog literally burst into my office. I've been gone for several days and he just heard my voice when we were yelling, apparently. So he decided to bust in my office door. I don't know if it's going to shut. So is it bad if he's in the background? I'll ignore him now. Sorry to interrupt. He was just like, she's home. They haven't even seen me yet. So,
so yeah, Talmar, for those of you watching, just traveled in. She just flew in on her private jet or something like that. Anyway, all right. I digress.
Not yet.
We're already off track, Talmar.
Sorry, I'm not going to help with that. I have to admit.
I know. That's okay. If you need to go, no worries. Let me know. We'll start over.
No, anyway, we're good.
Good. So, ma'am, I really don't know much about you. I am just learning. I'm thrilled to be getting to know you. This is very exciting. So why don't you share a little bit about your background and why you chose to start your business and all the exciting things you're doing at Boss Actions?
Oh my gosh. First of all, thanks so much for having me, Angela. I love being here. I love this moment that we get to have together. Yes. So this is exciting. My name again, Talmar, weird name. Yes. We'll discuss it another day. But my company name is Boss Actions. And the reason that I started this specific iteration of a business was because I was an operational consultant. I've always been the person who understood what I call the business side of business. Mm-hmm. And so I would work with clients on all kinds of operational, HR, marketing, information technology, accounting, didn't matter, the whole business side. Yeah. But after doing that for 7 years, whether I worked with one person for 1 hour or for a year, they were all asking the same 2 questions over 7 years. They wanted to know, how do I find good people? Mm-hmm. And what do I do if I need to fire them? Mm-hmm. And I thought, well, surely there's got to be an answer out there for them. Yeah. And as I did my research, there is, but not until a business can afford like a $100,000 masterminds where they fly in an organizational structure specialist that mostly does it for them. And I thought, gosh, growing businesses need to hire all the time. They're hiring vendors, independent contractors, and employees.
Yep.
And this team is what lets a small business scale and grow. It's required for successful growth. It just is.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I thought if I could find a way to create a program that taught people how to look at their own business, not how to do it like we do it, how to look at your own business to identify what you need as a boss and as a deliverer of your particular service or product. If I could teach you what you need for a team and how to attract them and how to make them, vet them, make sure they can do the job. It's going to save money, time, energy, heartache, and Boss Actions was born in 2018.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
you're perfect for it. And I've seen you present before, and you know your stuff, you're confident, and people do need to hear it. And it's a tough conversation. So essentially hiring, firing. So what are these the biggest challenges that your clients have? And, how uniquely do you help them? Because people, think these services are easy, and they're not by any stretch.
Well, yeah. And so, we had to pick our lane. We really work with business owners and their leadership team that want to learn the skill for themselves. They want to understand because it's something that it's not like you hire once and you're done. You're going to continually need to be pulling in and attracting clients, right? Right now, as we stand in 2021, a really great tenure of an employee is 18 to 36 months.
That's it.
For sure, your business is going to be around longer than that, right? And that's just, that's a whole conversation in and of itself. But if we know that, or better yet, what if everybody says yes and you grow the number of clients? Right. You need to have that bench behind you delivering.
Absolutely.
And so that's what we're planning. Then we need to learn how to attract and build a team that can really just be the right team for you. And you can enjoy working with them and you can trust them to get you the results. So that's what we're about.
And it's all about the organization, because you don't want this with your business, right? You really want to kind of have it go as smooth as, and I love the way you say the bench.
Maybe even up. We can go up a little bit, right?
Yeah. I'm sorry with your HR. So you don't.
Oh,
want
yeah.
A whole bunch of people coming in, a whole bunch of people leaving. Yeah, absolutely. No,
it's expensive, stressful. It can affect your reputation. It can jeopardize the kind of business that you have. It can ruin people.
Yeah.
Hiring expenses and the people side of it is the number 3 reason businesses fail.
Oh, yep, they go out of business.
It's also,
you're a unique individual. Very special in many ways, which is great. And I'm sure that certain people get the most from you. So who do you enjoy though, working mostly with, and who benefits the most, I would say, from your style?
Yeah, absolutely. I totally understand what you're saying. So the first piece is that it's a driven business owners. Mostly they're probably frustrated and disappointed. They just are convinced my business could be so much more if I just had the right people. If I had somebody I could trust to do this, if I wasn't redoing their work, if I wasn't worried that they weren't going to do the work, right? If we just had the right people, we could be so much bigger. We could really hit that growth goal so much easier. And so it's not industry specific, right? Financial advisors and attorneys, absolutely. Roofing companies and contractors, absolutely. I am so sorry.
That's okay. It's just a pooch. We're on Zoom.
The dogs are just crazy. That's
apologize. I'm surprised mine are quiet, I'll be honest with you.
So
we like that action driven folks that are going to actually get things done.
They're really motivated, right? They might have a sense of overwhelm when they start with me and with the company and our program, but they're feeling like I'm just being pulled in too many directions.
Yeah.
And it's because they don't have the right people that are able to deliver the space they need to drive that business.
Yeah. Well, as I always say, these interviews go by so fast. But we got to talk about the chamber for like 30 seconds.
Absolutely.
How long have you been a member? You were a member and now you're back for like the last few years. And like, why do you stay active in the chamber?
I say active in the chamber because I really enjoy the connection to other business owners. And, by way of the Innovation Council and our Inspire board, it's a way to really make sure that small business owners are getting the support that they need in their time of need. And I know that that's a fundamental to the country's success and to the economy and building jobs and building a good life. And I'm so passionate about small business. Any way I can be involved is really important to me.
I knew we were kindred spirits. Oh my God.
I know we are.
True. It's so awesome. It's really, really great. Well, I'm so excited to have had you on the show today. What's the best way for people to contact and learn more about you and Boss Actions?
Oh my gosh. 2 quick, easy ways.
Yes.
bossactions with an s.com or zoomwithtalmar.com. And you can just set up a time for us to have a one-to-one
Love
chat
it.
and we can talk more.
Awesome. Talmar, thank you so much for being here today and bringing your little dog wagging his tail behind you. I love
He's out of hand. I'm so sorry.
it. Not at all. It was an absolute pleasure. It was a pleasure. Well, I will see you soon, hopefully around the community, the chamber, networking, maybe even toast a glass of wine or two.
Guaranteed. Absolutely. I
All
look
right.
forward to seeing you soon, my friend.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Well, there you have it. Another fabulous business focus produced by the Greater Reston Chamber of Commerce. Thank you to all my guests that stopped by today to talk with me. Mr. Casey Veatch sharing everything about the BizMaker Grant Program. Remember, if you're a Fairfax County business looking for capital, looking for support, please apply by the 31st of October. And of course, the fabulous team of JoAnne and Dave Adams sharing everything that they're doing in their business and all for the community. So thank you for what you do. And last but not least, my fun and exciting conversation with the one and only boss lady, Talmar Anderson with Boss Actions. We'll see you guys next time.